Why, hello, 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 my crown crew. This is your girl, Gloria Jean, a seasoned queen. And before we get started, please remember to subscribe to my channel and bop that bell so every time I post, you will get a notification, okay? Thank you so much. I so appreciate your support. Today, I am talking about something very personal for me, and that is accepting burnt toast. Yes, I allowed myself to get the scraps. I gave everybody else the best of the best, but I allowed myself to take the burnt toast. And when I tell you back in 2006, 2007, I read Teri Hatcher's book, Burnt Toast, and I cried like a newborn baby. I cried so hard because I could relate so much to her story. She said that she always accepted the scraps. She always gave herself the burnt toast. And she didn't know why until I guess she started writing her book. So I'm going to put my glasses on and read a couple of quotes to you. So she said, up until now, I ate the burnt toast. I learned that from my mother. She always took care of everyone and everything else before herself. This habitual self-sacrifice was a mixed message for a child. It taught me that women should expect and settle for the worst, and that even if I did get the golden buttered slice, it meant something else had to suffer. So, when I read that, I was like, I'm always giving myself the burnt toast. And I didn't know anybody else was doing that. I really didn't. I just thought it was me. I remember going to my doctor. It was right after my mom had died, and that was in 2007, May. But I went to the doctor probably August, I believe it was August of 2007. I remember telling you all that my vitamin D was so low that I had to be put on 50,000 IUs just to replenish my vitamin D. But a lot was happening with me. I was overweight. I had all kinds of issues. Fortunately, I didn't have anything, life-threatening. But when I went to my doctor and she started discussing my weight to me, and she was like, you are obese. Not morbidly obese, but you really need to lose some weight. And she was straightforward with me. And I just burst out crying. I really did. So she did something very, I guess, something that doctors normally don't do. She gave me a hug. I really needed that hug, guys. I really did. She gave me a hug, but she asked me, she said, do you need me to put you on some type of medication, or are you thinking about harming yourself? Now I told her no, but I'm guessing I had like a little mini breakdown in her office that day. And I probably needed that because I hadn't cried in a long time. And I really still remember that doctor, and I remember that hug because I needed it. I really needed it. But I wasn't in any way, form, or shape, wanting to harm myself. But I was hurting. I was truly hurting. I was hurting from my mom dying. I was hurting from my marriage imploding. But I still continued even after that. After that doctor's visit, I stayed and I stayed and I stayed and I continued to get the burnt toast because I wanted the burnt toast because I didn't think I expected anything more. And then finally, I guess in 2015, I finally told someone my truth, and it was a trusted friend. She was shocked, and guess what I did? I pretended like I never told her. 3 years later, I'm like, everything is fine, everything is great. But then, finally, maybe towards the middle of that 3 years, I finally owned up to my truth. And I knew I had to do something about my situation. I was very depressed. I wasn't depressed enough to, go on 72-hour lockdown or whatever it is. I wasn't that depressed. But you could clearly look at me and tell back in 2007, 2015, 2017 that Gloria had forgotten about Gloria. And I'm telling you, my listening audience, if you know you need to make changes in your life and you no longer want to accept the burnt toast, stop accepting the burnt toast and start making the changes in your life. Please do. It's now or never. And for me, I'm finally happy that now finally came. It came 4 years ago. I said no more for me. And it wasn't just, my marriage. It was, taking care of kids and taking care of my dogs and taking care of just everybody but Gloria. Everybody but Gloria. I deserve better, but I didn't realize that until I gave myself better. And that's what I want for you, my ladies. I want you to give yourself better. Don't take the burnt toast. Teri Hatcher, I'm telling you, when I read this book, that's why I keep this book on my bookcase, because it just reminds me how I was so broken back in 2006, 2007. And I'm probably going to keep this book forever. Teri Hatcher, if you remember, she was on, she was Lois Clark, I believe, on, what is it? Lois and Lane. Let me make certain I have that right. Hold on. Lois and Clark. She was Lois Lane on Lois and Clark. I said I don't watch a lot of TV. And she also was on Desperate Housewives. So, I don't believe I watched one episode of Lois and Clark. But I did watch Desperate Housewives. I don't believe I stuck with it, but I did watch it. Because back in the day, I was watching a lot of TV just to, numb my pain. I was eating a lot of junk to numb my pain. I was always boy, did I have that big plank in my eye. I was always giving my friends and family members advice as to what they should do about their relationship and all that, knowing that I really, really, really was screaming out for help in my own. Truthfully, I really was. And it was my own fault. It really was. Because by helping them, I was in a way helping myself. And I write about that in my book too. I was helping myself, but I didn't know it. I didn't know it then. All of those years I was helping myself. And it wasn't until I wrote my book that gave me the clarity that I had been looking for so many years. I had been searching for that girl who mattered. And that's what I want to say to you ladies. You matter. You matter. You matter. You matter. Please stop taking the burnt toast. No more. You go first. You put yourself first. Nobody's going to tell you, unless they truly, truly care about you. No, you deserve it. Go for your dreams. What makes you happy? How can I improve you? How can I help you improve you? You improve yourself first. But how can I help you improve you? How can I help you be your best self? I never heard that. But you know why I never heard it? Because I was too busy dimming my light for someone else and make theirs shine brighter. And I would never do it again. And I don't want you ladies to do that either. Stop taking the burnt toast as if you deserve it. You don't deserve it. And if you want to have a good cry, I say have a good old cry. A good cry. But then after you cry, wipe those tears, get up, and do something about it. That's what I had to do. I had to do something about it. And I'm so glad I did, because I am in the happiest place that I've ever been in my life. And that is the honest, the truth, goodness truth. Now, is my life perfect? No, and it will never be perfect. But right now, it's perfectly imperfect for me. Right now, it's perfectly imperfect for me. And that's a good place to be in. Life will never be perfect. But remember, you don't deserve burnt toast. You deserve, like Teri Hatcher said, a good old piece of buttered toast. So butter your life with abundance. Butter your life with your goals. Butter your life with happiness. Butter your life with joy. Butter your life with doing you and being the best version of yourself. And then you will know that you matter. Okay? I love you all. Have a beautiful, beautiful